Rangers are facing fresh uncertainty as new transfer developments emerge behind the scenes, raising questions about how the squad could look in the near future. The latest discussions have come at a delicate moment, adding pressure on the club to navigate interest, potential departures, and the wider direction of the team, with the player in question coming forward to discuss the situation. With talks ongoing and the situation evolving quickly, the next steps taken by the club are set to carry real significance as the window approaches. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Nedim Barami is determined to repay the faith of Danny Röhl and the support of his Rangers teammates by playing his part in a positive second half of the campaign. The Albanian was the saviour on Wednesday night as his last gasp penalty earned Rangers a point at Dundee. It was a bittersweet moment for Röhl and his side as they fell further behind Celtic and missed the chance to close the gap to league leaders' Hearts. Barami is now featured in the last 3 matches after coming off the bench against Livingston and starting the draw with Falkirk. His showing against United was one of the few positives for the visitors, with his clinical spot kick conversion his second strike of the term, after he also netted against Alloa at Ibrox. Barami was a bit part player during Russell Martin's short tenure and looked to be surplus to requirements. He insists he never feared he would need to leave the club. Now his focus is on contributing to a side that needs as much help as it can get in the coming weeks and months. The past is the past and I'm back in the squad and happy to help the team with my performance, Barami said. But obviously a draw is not good enough for us, so we're looking forward for the next game and try to win and to score goals. I spoke with Röhl in the beginning when he came and we had a chat. I was away with the national team. I think I played well against England, came back, had my chance. I am happy to be back, and this is football. 3 months ago, I was away. Now I'm back. I was always focused on Rangers, and this is football sometimes. You need to be mentally strong. I think, strong enough to handle this situation. I think we have good guys like Tavernier, Raskin, and they were always here for me. They helped me. So, I tried to help them now on the pitch. Obviously, when you train the whole week and then you are not in the squad was not really nice for me, but I always trained good. I give my best to this club. Now I'm back, I'm happy to be back and to help the team. Rangers are now 9 points adrift of Hearts and Celtic after squandering 4 points from 2 must-win matches in recent days. Röhl took positives from the number of openings that were created at Dundee, but Danilo and Bojan Miovski were unable to find the target after starting, and Youssef Chermiti missed a gilt-edged chance in the closing stages. Rangers failed to build on a stunning equaliser from Jayden Magoma. It was a night of mixed emotions and one of familiar questions as supporters turned their attentions to a misfiring forward line. I think it's 6 games unbeaten now, Barami said when asked about Röhl's impact. Obviously, we needed to win on Wednesday night. We had a lot of chances, we created more chances than the last game. We need to stick together and we have a lot of games now, this is the past, and we need to look forward. It's difficult to go there, but I think we played better than the last game. We created more chances. They didn't have any great chances, 2 chances, 2 goals. We created a lot, we need to score up front, but we know what we can improve and we need to look forward now. I think that for both goals we can defend better, but we showed character at the end. And as I said before, we created much more. So I think the last, final step, up front and goal, we need to be more there and to score these goals, to want to score these goals. I know the strikers have quality and it's just how I said, the right moment will be there, and to score these goals and to come with confidence at the game and not think too much. It's not always the strikers. If we help them from behind to get these balls up front, they are going to score. In other news, Danny Röhl is heading into a pivotal period as Rangers prepare for a January transfer window that could significantly shape the remainder of their season. The club's decision to sack Chief Executive Patrick Stewart and Sporting Director Kevin Thelwell has sparked a major structural shift behind the scenes, creating a situation in which Röhl is expected to take on a more influential role in recruitment. Supporters' frustration has also played its part in the upheaval, as the team's inconsistent form continues to cast a shadow over their ambitions. Thelwell's son is also expected to depart as part of the wider restructuring effort, highlighting just how deep the changes are running within Ibrox. All of this puts added pressure on Rowe, who now faces a window where he will likely need both backing and authority as he looks to reshape his squad. Rangers' recent 2-2 draw with Dundee United has left them 4th in the Scottish Premiership and 9 points behind league leaders Hearts, a gap that cannot afford to widen. Former Aberdeen, Everton and Aston Villa Chief Executive Keith Wyness believes the situation will demand far more from Rowe than a typical mid-season window. Wyness, who has been watching the manager's early tenure closely, spoke about the growing responsibility likely to be placed on the German coach. I do think they've got to be active in January, a bit like Leeds have got to be active in January, he said, stressing the urgency both clubs face in strengthening their squads. There's a weakness at the very top of the organisation here, and they're almost going to be pushing them to do things in January, and that's something of a slight desperation feeling about both clubs, and that comes from the top. Despite the turbulence around him, Wyness has been impressed with Rowe's impact since taking the helm. He praised the manager's composure and the response he has drawn from the squad so far. I think Danny Rowe, he's impressed me with the way he started, the way he's approached things. He seems very level-headed. The players seem to be responding quite well, but there is a bit of a lack of quality, Wyness explained. And yes, I do expect him to do something in January. It'll be interesting to see how Rowe handles this, because without a real sporting director in the situation at the moment, then he's going to have to be more instrumental probably than normal, so we'll see. Wyness went on to suggest that any new arrivals will be closely aligned with Rowe's footballing vision, further underlining the increased influence the manager will wield. A lot of the players that do move in will be Danny Rowe type players, and he'll be involved in that. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of things he favours in terms of their personality and their character. Rangers are aiming to appoint a new chief executive before turning their focus to recruiting a director of football, but neither appointment appears imminent. The club is determined to move carefully to secure the right candidates, meaning Rowe is unlikely to have those key figures in place during the upcoming window. This leaves the manager to navigate January with a slimmer support structure and a squad in need of upgrades. Outgoings may also form part of the reshuffle, with Nedim Barami a potential departure as Rowe looks to free up funds for the reinforcements he believes are required.